What's the dealio? What's the dealio, man? We on some low budget reactions tip today, man. You know what I'm saying? So tap in with that tap in, man. Low budget as heck, as you can tell, man. I ain't doing the screaming thing right now. You know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean? I ain't using the all that. But yeah, man. Decided to catch up with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Almighty, man. God of positive vibes, man. Part of the Almighty Collective, man. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man. Low budget reactions, man. We're gonna just catch up on some stuff with the laptop this time. You feel me? We ain't gonna do too much of a much. You know what I mean? I hope the audio is good. You know what I'm saying? If the audio ain't good, y'all can let me know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're on some low budget junk right now, man. Shout out to that boy Poetik Flakko, man. Let's get into some things. He talking about Boston Richey, so let's get to it.
R. Kelly Jr. Boston Richey is in a world of trouble. It's really
R.
bad.
Kelly
The
Jr. is
situation is
crazy.
stemming from an altercation he had with his really young girlfriend Tati. Boston Richey got a lot of
I reacted to
bombastic
that shit.
side eyes when they went public with their relationship 9 days after Tati turned 18. Boston Richey was 26 years old. The common sense assumption here is if you guys announced that y'all are together 9 days after her 18th birthday, then you were probably on some R. Kelly Jr. activities, bro. You was
Wow.
probably dealing with her before her birthday.
I ain't know that.
Especially when her birthday came and y'all were on vacation and she was in your bed with no clothes on and like with your chain on after her birthday announcement.
Damn.
So you don't get that comfortable in 9 days, bro. Right? You don't hit her up in her DMs on the 18th birthday within 1 hour, and then you have her in your bed with your chains on, taking pictures on vacation within 9 days, locked in boyfriend and girlfriend. That's not what happened. Now, there's
That's
rumors
crazy.
that they were talking 2 or 3 years before her birthday. But this video isn't about when they started dating or how old they were when they started dating.
Hold the fuck on, man. What? What? Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. This shit crazy right here, man. There ain't no way. Ain't no way. I refuse to believe that shit, bro. I'm about to check the audio real quick, but let's keep going.
And this video is actually about Boston Richey being caught red-handed by several witnesses, man, for giving Tati the triangle, square B, X, Vegeta, triple
What?
punch combo, bro. Apparently, Boston Richey and Tati was at an event with a lot of people.
Well, I think I
And
reacted to
Boston
that.
Richey started tripping during an argument that him and Tati was having. The early stages of this argument was actually captured on footage, and you could see Boston Richey getting progressively more angry and irate, starting off with snatching her
Yes.
phone, throwing it away, and people actually had to intervene between the two because it felt like Boston Richey was about to get physical outside in front of everybody. His back is turned of some sorts, and it looks like he's talking, but when he turns around and sees Tati is texting on her phone, he loses it.
Yeah, I reacted to this shit. I remember I reacted to this shit. I didn't even know it was that stupid. I know that nigga was dating her like when she was young. That's crazy. That's dumb and that's crazy. I ain't even gonna hold you. I know y'all can't see that shit, but you know what I mean. I don't. I definitely react. This is low budget reactions, man. So don't come in here, crying and shit.
I don't
This is
know
low
why they were
budget.
fighting. I don't know why they were arguing. But one trend that's very disturbing that I've noticed is these entertainers will wife up these women that are known 304s, that are attention-seeking
What's goody?
304s,
What's goody,
that
Ashley?
are
What's
heavily
goody, Rob?
promiscuous. They will wife
Rocks,
up
Steve?
these chicks and then get mad when these chicks are acting in their element. Tati is extremely promiscuous. It was only a few months ago, maybe a month or two ago, when Tati was exposed for cheating on Boston Richey with Lil TJ. Boston Richey posted a lot of sad Twitter posts for a couple of weeks, and then we seen them right back together. So these two have gone through some weird stages. So he probably don't trust her. She probably don't trust him because he has cheated multiple times. So that's probably what I believe their issues stemming from, is trust issues, right? He probably thinks she's sneaking and geeking.
Yeah, that's
She's
wild.
in her phone and he's acting out like a fool. Wifing up a chick who's for the streets and then getting mad she's acting like she's from the streets is mental illness. But apparently their altercation didn't just stop there from what we could see on camera. Apparently it spilled over. And rumors began to circulate on these Instagram blogs that would accuse Boston Richey of choking out Tati. One of the employees of the establishment will tweet, "So I get to work to be informed that Boston Richey was beating that little girlfriend of his in the back seat of the black car service for 2 hours this morning. She's 2 months pregnant, by the way." From my perspective, you can always tell how somebody behaves behind closed doors based on how they behave in public. If somebody is willing to get in their girlfriend's face like that, if somebody is willing to be separated from their girlfriend but still trying to push past everybody to get to her, throw their phone to the ground, if they're willing to do that in public with 1,000 eyewitnesses, bruh, then, they would probably put hands on her behind closed doors.
That's a fact.
There's usually a correlation.
That's a fact.
But I couldn't really take nobody's word for this, right? Like, listen, unless Tati herself came out, I couldn't really put any much stock into this. Because an employee who wasn't there being told this by other employees means nothing to me. I was going to wait until Tati came out or until Boston Richey confessed. So it looks like we got our confirmation earlier today because Tati apparently has had enough of Boston Richey putting his hands on her. So she decided to file a police report. And in this police report, she tells it all. She breaks down everything that happened that night. The first thing that really caught my eye was the state of Texas versus Jalen Taheen Foster, which is Boston Richey. Felony charge, assault, family violence, impeding breathing. That caught my eye because this ain't no he said, she said. This is what she said was enough for the police to come do their investigation, find out that there's probable cause to arrest him for family violence. There's witnesses saying he did this stuff. So this is not just, we taking her word for it, these girls be lying. No, this is, her word was substantiated enough so where the police had enough to charge him with a felony.
That nigga is...
And there's witnesses too, by the way, who can attest to everything that she's saying in this police report. It starts off by them saying they believe Jalen, Boston Richey, did then and there unlawfully, intentionally, and knowingly cause bodily injury to Tatiana Charles. Hereafter styled the complaint a person with whom the defendant had a dating relationship by impeding the normal breathing and circulation of the blood of the complaint by applying pressure to complaint's neck. It will continue and state that on March 30th between 8 p.m. to 10:30 p.m., Tatiana Charles, hereby referred to as the complainant, she stated that she and the defendant, Boston Richey, who is her boyfriend, was at Saki outdoor pool event for an event when the defendant grabbed her phone from her hands and began arguing with her and later took her other phone. The complainant stated that the defendant and she had taken 2 separate vehicles to arrive at the event. She said once they got there, she asked the defendant for her phone back from the vehicle.
Bro, that nigga is...
The complaint stated that when she got out of the vehicle, the defendant had exited the vehicle and pushed her into the second row of the vehicle. He arrived at the location and began to choke her with both hands around her neck. This next part confirms to me that Boston Richey is a professional. This man is a professional.
Bruh, will niggas ever learn, bruh? You know what I'm talking about? First, according to what we hearing, you were clearly dating the girl when she was underage. You hear me? You dating her when she underage. She turned 18, y'all together officially. That ain't enough. You ain't got enough scratch for that. Your dumb ass is still dealing with her. You know what I'm talking about? And then now you gonna put hands on her? Bruh, niggas never learn, bruh. I swear, like, niggas think they the exception when it comes to some shit like that, man. You gonna learn. Hell had no feel like a woman scoring, nigga. You gonna learn, Boston Richey, bruh.
Woman beater. He understands exactly how to do it. What we're about to hear next really shows me this is not a one-time occurrence. This isn't a second-time occurrence. No, this is a man who has perfected the art of putting his hands on women. The complaint stated that the defendant had choked her for approximately 6 to 10 seconds, choking her approximately 20 times in 2 hours. In the words of my brother Rockstar 2800, man, this man was choking her out for 6 to 10 seconds, 20 times over 2 hours. This man was airbending with her breathing, man. This ain't a laughing matter, bro. Boston Richey, you wrong, bro. You was avatar training with her breath.
Flakko played too
Bro,
much.
this man was choking her out for 6 to 10 seconds. She passed out and then bring her back to life. She comes back to life and he, nah. Bro, this man was trying to be Avatar Roku. I can't even say he's Aang, bro. This man is Avatar Roku in his final stage. This man done mastered the art of airbending. This is sick. But it continues, okay? So he choked her out approximately 20 times in 2 hours. The complaint stated that the defendant
20 times in 2 hours
on 2 occasions during the assault had pushed her down to the floor of the vehicle and used his knee and his body weight on her neck to stop her breathing for approximately... Oh, nah, bro. This man now got techniques to do this? Bro, you is a deviant, bro. You are a delinquent of the highest order, bro. During the strangulation, the complaint stated that she believed she had lost consciousness, felt dizzy, lightheaded, tense, weak, and had vomited 2 times in the vehicle. The complaint stated that she felt as though she was going to die. The defendant had said, if you call the police, I might as well kill you. Austin Richey, I don't want no smoke, I'm not gangsta.
I tell you, niggas don't learn, bro. Yo, see, that's that dumb shit right here, bro. I always tell you on the channel, bro. You know what I'm saying? By the way, this is low budget reactions, man. Low budget. You smell me? Don't come on here asking why you can hear. If you can hear the audio, that's all you really need, man. But look, man. I be telling you on this channel, bro. If it's too hard, leave the fuck away, bro. Just walk away, nigga. Like y'all niggas be trying to prove a point. Like, yo, man, look, bro. This nigga talking about I might as well murk it. He telling that to a girl that he already choking. That's under, like, well, she ain't underage no more, but she way younger than him. Okay.
I call the police too. But I got a question, bro. I gotta say what we all thinking. All right, we all thinking the same thing reading this, bro. Where was this energy for the dude you snitched on? I'm sorry, bro.
I wasn't thinking that. I was just thinking this nigga
idiot. This, he sounds like a demon. Why wasn't you a demon in that interrogation room? We was all thinking of not just Flakko, bro.
It wasn't me, bro. That's you thinking
that. Don't put it on me, bro. We was all thinking.
I think that nigga's an idiot.
Bro in that vehicle acting like the spirits of Bupak Shakur and Briz Breezy done possessed them, but was in that interrogation room acting like Tekashi 6ix9ine. You out of pocket, bro. This ain't cool, homie. This is not cool. But it continued, right? And when she tried to get out of the car, the defendant said, "You're not getting out of this car." She also said there were 2 other people in the car as the assault took place. The defendant did not stop until a mutual friend of both of them had got in the car and prevented the defendant from continuing the assault on the complainant. The complainant stated that she was 4 to 8 weeks pregnant, and the defendant is aware that she is pregnant. She said she wanted to press charges against the defendant. So, you know, they came, they made their report, and they charged him. This is sick, and I might get some flack for this, but I'll be one of the only ones to point out the obvious. Austin Richey is only popular when it comes to women because he brags about tricking, he raps about tricking, he brags about buying women, spending a lot of money on them up front. So when you get with a man who openly brags about buying women with his money, then you can't really act shocked if he treats women like his property. Austin Richey is somebody who spends a lot of money on women, brags about it, you know, raps about it, women love him for it. So don't act surprised when he starts treating these women like his property.
Facts. That's, right? I mean, I'm not supporting
There's something
this shit,
there. These dudes are not just giving out these extreme amount of money because they're good guys, bro. They do it for power and control. Austin Richey, to me, he been somebody who was a little off. Like when his ex-girlfriend exposed them for sending their intimate videos to other people, bragging on it, I knew he was a weirdo then.
That's what I said. Like, the last message is in my phone before he sends my little screenshot and me telling him, like, send my money right now. Because he told me he was going to send me $5,000 if I make the post about it being fake, the transactions being fake. I'm like, all right, I'll do it. He's like, I'm going to send you $5,000. So he sent me $1,000 on Cash App. I refunded him. Don't send me no half-ass payment. Send my lump sum. Like, are you cool? He was telling me how he got court on Monday and none of this going to matter. And I told him, like, I hope you go to jail for life. I hope you stay in there. I hope you die in there. Like, you was a kid. I hope you stay in there. She trying to make it seem like I'm extorting him. Ain't no extortion when a nigga exposed you. How could you extort a nigga, a millionaire that exposed you? Of course, you don't want me to sue you, so yeah, give me what you gonna give me, or we could go to court about this. I can sue you for everything. Why would you ever? It ain't about none of that. I want you to send you on your video. Why would you send me? Boom. Let me go back. It started from when your son started sending my videos out. He lied. I don't have any videos of us. I got a new phone. Stop playing with me, fool. You know I don't play them type of games. She was a weirdo. This is a screenshot of the girl telling me she got shit in me. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Hold on. So, boom, a few days later, the girl actually sent the video. So, this how it started. You mentioned money. When you do something wrong, you think money solve everything. Like,
this all came out because apparently her and his girlfriend was going back and forth, and then she posted a screenshot of him sending her $5,000, and it kind of appeared like he was just sending her $5,000 just because she never stated why he sent her $5,000, but that was sort of like the mic drop on his girlfriend. But then his mom came out and said that she was extorting him for $5,000 and he didn't just send it willingly. So apparently he's sending her $5,000 because again, this dude is just doing some weird stuff, man. Sending home videos that him and her made to random IG models that he wanted to bang. Sending it over like, yo, look at my performance, look at what I do. Bro, it's just bizarre behavior, bro. Right? It's bizarre. Now, I believe that these accusations will hurt him more than the snitching allegation, right? Because with snitching, for the most part, only street dudes are upset at snitching, and in 2025, right, even the street dudes don't care about snitching like that no more.
Niggas don't step about this shit.
With the woman beating accusations, his entire brand right now, because street dudes ain't really following him no more, his entire brand right now is he's known as a trick. He's known as, the dude who makes pandering music to women. So now the women is thinking, oh, well, bro, what? Oh, you's a monster. Oh, we are done. Now your female audience is gone for it, right? Because you're not somebody who was like a sex symbol, or you're not somebody who was, right? Like, you was just looked at as somebody who made some pretty good pandering music. They can live without you, bro. Right. This is bad. Yo, let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think about this, man?
This is what I think about it, man. If y'all keeping up with what's going on, if you just coming in, bro, just talk about the whole Boston Richey thing, man. Basically, bro cooked. You know what I'm talking about? His girl. I don't even know if I call her his girl. You know what I mean? Don't gone to the cops. Don't file the thing. You know what I mean? Me personally, bro, I be telling y'all niggas, man, be smart about your shit, bro. Don't go fucking around with these young chicks, man. Bro, there's a reason why people say fuck with people your age, bro. It's just because of mental development, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this shit we just heard, one, bro, basically was fucking with a chick when she was underage. You know what I'm saying? When this nigga was like almost 10 years older than her type shit. That should have spooked people away from bro. You know what I'm talking about? But people still kept fucking with bro. Now he choked her and all this good stuff while she pregnant with his kid. Woo woo. My nigga. Like, I be telling y'all, bro, it's not, bro. The hardest part is walking away, that initial walk away and just staying the fuck away for the initial point, bro. After that, bro, life goes smoother, bro. Like, life really goes smoother, bro. Like, you ain't got to be in no relationship where the girl, you know what I mean? Like, what y'all doing? Like, what y'all really doing? Y'all out there letting girls, like, throw your life upside down, bro. Like, this man really just let this, like, man. Yeah, man, if I could talk to Boston Richey right now, first thing I'd say was, bruh, you know what I'm saying? No judgments, you know what I'm saying? But I'm about to judge you, my nigga. You an idiot, bruh. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Don't come trying to squabble me. Go squabble with your mind, bruh. Clearly you ain't thinking properly, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you putting hands on women in the first place, bruh? If she ain't put hands on you even, like, you know what I'm saying? And even if she put hands on you, nigga, dip, nigga, like, it ain't that complicated, bro. Like, y'all be doing, like, folks, I don't know what's wrong with niggas, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's really wrong with niggas, bro? Like, there's so many fishes in the ocean, bro. There's so many women out here. And it be so crazy, bro. It be the niggas that got money and access to so many women that be dealing with the most toxic or bullshit situations, right? And you just look at it like, bro, what is wrong with you, bro? Like you have all this money. You have all this access to all this. You a rapper. You can, you know what I mean? But you choose, you know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking about like the Offset and Cardi B joint, man. I don't know if y'all seen what's been going on with that thing. Them folks are trending like they out there making their lives a living hell when they have all this bread and access to so much. You know what I'm saying? And you be looking at them like, bro, like why y'all doing this to yourselves, bro? Like we the regular people that ain't even got that much bread and all that good stuff. We know we smart enough to understand how to move around and shit. Like I got more dignity for myself, bro. I ain't about to kill myself on this one shit. Nah, I'm good. I'll move on. But these individuals, bro, they be acting like it's only one woman out there. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time they be even cheating on that woman. But then they just, as bro said, no, Flakko did raise a good point though. Flakko said, when somebody, when all these niggas that think that they can, saying buy a woman's love and type shit, you know what I'm saying? Don't be shocked when they start treating you like property, because once, anything that you can put a price on, it's like property, bro. You know what I'm saying? All them women that, if you ain't gonna take me out, you ain't gonna do all this expensive stuff for me. You think, your love language is when niggas give you gifts or spend money on you. That's what you think is showing love, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, you done failed already in the mission, dog. Because if that's all it took, then that means somebody loves their property more than they love you. You know what I'm saying? If all it takes for a man to show that he cares about you is for him to buy you gifts and do all that, then just know. You know what I'm saying? You are basically property, bro. Your life is basically forfeit, man. I mean, there's a price to your life. Someone can basically buy you to murk you. Someone can buy you to do whatever with you. And that's how all them women that be going out, they be saying to Saudi Arabia and all that, getting shit on and doing all that just because of money. Bro, money ain't everything, dog. I mean, maybe I'm saying this because, currently I ain't got it like that. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why I'm saying this. But realistically, bro, even the rich folks be telling you money ain't everything, bro. Real talk. Like, you got to have values, bro. You know what I'm saying? Money don't make you any better than who you are, bro. It just highlights whatever is inside of you, dog. Real talk. I know most of y'all don't seen some lame niggas without money. When they get money, they still lame. They might not even know how to dress. Like, you know what I'm saying? They you know what I mean? It don't change nothing. It only highlights, it only amplifies what's done. I'm just saying. This Boston Richey situation, bro put it, dude, he did it to himself. I can't feel sorry for him, though. Yes, I'm the God of positive vibes. It's your boy Almighty. I get it. You know what I'm saying? On Bro Talk. You know what I'm saying? Part of the Almighty Collective. I get it. You feel me? But, bro, I can't feel sorry for you when you know what I mean? You ain't feeling sorry for yourself. You know what I mean? But, hey, man, it's low budget reactions, man. You know what I mean? Low budget reactions. You know what I mean? I'm not doing the screaming thing right now. We're going to scream later on tonight. But right now, we're doing low budget reactions. You know what I'm saying? Hit that subscribe button, tap in with that tap in, hit that like, all that good stuff. All right, let's see what else is on here, man. You know what I mean? Let's see some you know what I mean? Some things. Oh shit. Look at this. Shout out that boy Kliff, man. Shout out that boy Kliff.
What's that word? YouTube family, YouTube La Familia, YouTube Primavera. We are back again with another
my boy Kliff right here, man.
And again, this reaction video is from Toxic Media. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Toxic Media.
Shout out Toxic Media, man.
Pull them up right here real quick, let me pull them up. Y'all see it? Toxic Media, man. And he is on a marathon when it comes down to this Big U and Wack100.
You sure have.
Nipsey Hussle, Operation Drawdown type content. And hey, man, we finna dive right off into it. Now, the title of the video is Wack100 on Feds tying Big U to Nipsey Hussle being unalived. Let's jump off into it. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. I'm talking to my new people. The fan bam, I already know y'all been dead a long time ago.
Oh, man.
To my new people, man, at the end of this video, if you like my commentary, make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to you, boy. Again, this is Toxic Media. With no further ado, let's jump off into it.
He shocked the world with the stories that he was telling, especially where he said Big U told him that Nipsey died 30 minutes before it happened. But hold on though, please like the video before we start. I beg of you. And if you feel like I wasted your time at the end of it, you can like the mug. No, because listen, so after I talked to Nipsey and I was like, yeah, I love you cuz or whatever like that, I'll see you later or whatever. So I hung up the phone. I thought Big U gave wrong information. 30 minutes later, the homies blowing me up like they just killed Nipsey. And so I'm like...
Wait. You get a call from Big U telling you Nipsey just got killed.
Yeah.
You panic, call Nip. Nip answer the phone.
Yeah. And
you like...
just talking on regular. So it's like, At the end of the day, I didn't even think about it because
You don't even warn him that you
at
got
the
that.
time it sounded so unbelievable. We just labeled Luce a liar. But as time goes on, the stories that he told started revealing that it was actually true. And this.
Have we actually found out if that is true or not? We never seen that video footage that Luce Cannon claimed that he had from a TV show. So I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't seen the evidence of that.
I mean, the feds
Probably
believe it,
the
though.
last story left that he has to prove. And I think the feds want to help him because the feds knocked on Adam 22's door recently.
Edit out. But the one thing that the feds wanted was the cease and desist from Big U to No Jumper, asking us to take down the episode in which Luce Cannon first made the explosive statements that suggested that Big U had previous knowledge of Nipsey Hussle's death. Now, that situation is very much outside of what was mentioned in the indictment. In the indictment, there's nothing about Nipsey. There's nothing about any of that stuff.
But they want that original audio recording of Luce Cannon saying that. Because they're going to tie that to Big U. So if the feds came and visited Adam and they...
That's a fact.
Maybe toxic media is right. Maybe they do know now.
They want something,
but this
bro.
to me is kind of
you feel me?
Massive. Because it makes me feel like, oh, the FBI is interested in what Big U's involvement in Nipsey's death might be. Which, to me, seems gigantic. I don't know why that cease and desist is not going to help them prosecute Brick Baby or Luce Cannon or anybody else. But the fact that they're interested in that, to me, adds quite a bit of credibility to the argument that perhaps Nipsey Hussle's death was a more complicated situation than it appears to be.
So the feds came to Adam 22's house. See, I thought they came and they was looking for the cease and desist letter from Big U, but they also wanted information and the original audio of the interview that Luce Cannon conducted when he said that Big U had prior knowledge that Nipsey Hussle was about to meet an untimely demise before the situation happened and had warned Luce Cannon that it was going to happen.
You think the feds got enough to reopen the Nipsey Hussle case? Let's let Wack break it down.
Do y'all think that this case specifically is going to impact any of the big podcasts that are out there that they're trying to blame for this case going down?
Which one? Which case? No, because looking at the documents, right?
Man, that John over with for him.
Nothing about the Big U.
You heard me?
There's nothing there. It's only Luce
That
Cannon.
John over with for them.
Well, I don't know. Because I don't know if it's a troll or not. It could be a troll or not because I seen something which it didn't make sense to me. And the only way this would make sense, and y'all follow me, they said the district attorney is looking to reopen the Nipsey Hussle murder case with other details with Big U. Where was that at? I didn't see that. Where is that article at, Wack?
Bro, you know Wack be finding these things, bro. Why you asking this nigga? You know this nigga be finding out shit. I don't know how you finding out too, shit.
The only way that would make sense is if the shooter, Eric Holder, is saying something. Like what's going on with Yellow Beezy. See, the shooters have come out and said Yellow Beezy paid us, but I believe they got some text messages back and forth. The shooter saying this, I don't know if that'll be enough. Me personally, I don't believe he had nothing to do with what the shooter did with Nipsey Hussle. Personally,
I mean, but you don't know, bro. We don't know. Nobody know what's going down.
Man, you should have said that when Luce Cannon went up there and said what he said. You should have intervened, Wack, and was like, hey, I don't think Big U had nothing to do with that,
Hell
man.
nah, he
but
ain't about to
y'all
intervene.
trying to protect Big U because y'all essentially hate Big U. But at the same time, the implications came from Loose Cannon. That's what broke the internet. He implied that Big U had prior knowledge that Nipsey Hussle was finna meet his demise. He came up there with you. The footage that Loose Cannon said he had that he never brought to the table of the so-called phone call or FaceTime that Big U called him and said Nipsey Hussle was dead. He called Nipsey answered the phone, and then 30 minutes later he was dead, right? That could have been coincidental, could have never happened.
Shit.
Now that was definitely broke on No Jumper. And this is when I say that Wack100 used the Crips to take Big U down. Wack100 used them to take him down. Because even Wack is saying right now, I don't believe that Big U did it. Yet and still,
he pushed the narrative.
Came up there and said that Big U had prior
let that narrative fly.
Right?
It be like that though.
Now,
enemy of my enemy is my friend, ain't it?
Teaming up with
You hear me?
I can assume that they going against Big U now.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend, man. So that's how I see that, man. That's how they are.
Had to be a scumbag. Because everybody coming to the same realization, bro. The Brick Baby and Loose Cannon link up was like the nail in the coffin. They confirmed it for me. Okay, so they not lying about Big U. They can't be lying about Big U because now Brick Baby done damn near switched sides on Big U.
Oh, man.
If we look up and see that that's a factor in something, and even at that point in time, I don't think it's on the it's on the platforms, it's on the people going in there to interview. Know what to say, know what not to say. Because now, Loose Cannon is in a position to where the prosecuting attorney is trying to call him as a witness.
You say bro took a proper or something like that?
And recover whatever this, wherever he say is on his phone, then the world's gonna say, they're gonna say it, whether he like it or not. You told. You told. Facts. If they find what Loose Cannon was saying was on that phone, that video evidence, right, of Big U making that phone call while Loose Cannon and his wife was filming a TV show. If they find that, they definitely gonna be saying, bro, Loose Cannon told. But regardless, if they find it or not, the people are still saying that Loose Cannon was doing police type. You know what I'm saying? Why would you even come to the internet?
Because content, bro. Why y'all acting like y'all understand content, right? It's all content.
Put that type of allegation on me. Like, come on, bro. Even if it's not real.
Yo, playing that content. It's content, right?
Say that. That is 100% right.
Who am I? Y'all niggas be playing that content game. It's content.
They're gonna say that. But I believe it's far-fetched. I don't know if it exists. The source of where it's supposed to be or be, I don't think it exists. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just being real. So that's where it could get a little crazy. Now, on that recording from the family, the sister did say that the prosecutor of the DA, that the prosecutor of the Nipsey Hussle Eric Holder case is going to prosecute Big U. And I was like, that was state. This is fed. Unless prosecutors got certain credentials where they can cross over. You get what I'm saying? State work with the Fed all the time to build the state can work with the Fed to build a Fed case. That's how sometimes you see somebody beat a state.
Yeah, they be stepping in and taking that shit over too, ain't it?
With the same type of evidence, if not more evidence, because the evidence that the state had was lackluster. So it's not far-fetched if Big U has already been implicated in being one of the people who orchestrated the untimely demise of Nipsey Hussle. If these implications are already on Big U, then they're going to try to stick them on him. Now they're going to use leverage that one of his gang members, aka Loose Cannon, provided this information via podcast. Amen. And compiled with all the other things and other elements inside of this case and Rico, man. Hey, bro,
ain't shit gonna surprise me, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
But if they try to reopen something, because they got something that I did hear,
Man, ain't gonna surprise me, bro.
I heard Loose Cannon say on one of these interviews he did, I don't know which one, he mentioned that he talked to Eric Holder and Big U, you know what's going on. He said something like that. And I don't know which one. I seen it somewhere. It's been so much popping up. That interview with all kind of motherfuckers popping up. So I don't know what that is until we see the indictment. We really ain't gonna know. But I don't think none of the podcasts gonna be affected. These little go on Instagram and go on the song and they seen they killed Mo3. They showed as soon as he got the money that went to Instagram. They said that the car he used, what they got to do with the money he got paid, everything he put it on social media. Yeah.
I don't understand it.
And what Loose Cannon did is Loose Cannon is in his 40s.
What that mean?
He's not one of those young individuals that grew up in that time frame where they self-snitching and saying everything on camera. You know, so that's why it was kind of taboo.
Kliff, bro, man, come on, bro.
Mo3's.
No telling is no telling, bro. Age don't even, you know what I mean?
From that era.
Forget the age. I
You know
mean,
what I mean? So that's more of that. Like the comparison, I see where you're trying to compare the two at, but it ain't. It's not the same. So, you know, you can shut down all the podcasts you want. It ain't gonna stop these little dudes from exposing themselves. That's true.
that's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. We all know that. That's a fact. They gonna tell on themselves all the time.
Alright, who is Nene? Wack, there's a YouTuber who really got into it. He's small, but he breaks it down and lives in the hood. Let me know if y'all want the link. Yeah, Nene dropped the link. Oh, so y'all trading. So I might need to get me a clubhouse room. Because y'all in there sending content.
Yeah, see, nah, I'm cool.
People to send some content.
I am boo. You hear me?
Y'all want me to
No sorry, Bob.
World TV 1 on Instagram.
No sorry, Bob. I tried the clubhouse thing though. That shit is it ain't for me, dog. I'm boo,
So,
bro.
you know, this ain't the first time when they went on there and said some crazy. But I don't think Brick Baby's case is gun cases from his house. The only one is Loose Cannon making mention, but we gotta still see. We haven't seen the statement from the victim. We gotta see if the statement from the victim about the robbery situation lines up with what Loose Cannon said. His Meek Mill ain't lining up.
Wait, that Meek Mill situation ain't line up. So that shit was a lie, though.
I'm saying that the Meek Mill situation not lining up because Meek Mill has came to the internet himself and he turned down all those rumors.
That don't mean nothing, dog. Nigga can say it ain't true. What that mean?
False accusations.
You know what I'm talking about? What that mean?
Also as well, Rick Ross.
So what you guys think, though?
I mean, it's their image, though. They ain't gonna say the truth. You feel me? Like if it really did happen, I'm just saying.
Let's call Loose Cannon and get exclusive info live from the feds. Hold on, let me call him.
Subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using Global Telling.
Loose, Boogeyman, Sugar Plum, Sweetie.
All right, So toxic media is gonna play for the rest of the video. I see.
I was about to say there's no way he really called that man real talk.
Subscribe. I want to know how y'all feel about this, bro. Do y'all feel like Big U could possibly be taken down because of the allegations that were made on the No Jumper podcast by Loose Cannon when he was copying Wack100?
I think so. I would say that.
Cannon is gonna testify against Big U in order to get out.
I would say that, yes. I'm not sure about that, but I would say that he.
Jump in the comment section and let me know how y'all feel about this one. This has been another reaction video.
Shout out to my boy Kliff, man. You know what I'm saying? Kliff World TV, man. But look, for me personally, I think, bro, Big U cooked. He came, you know what I'm saying? He came from he basically started doing shit from his time and this time. All that pressing and shit, like that shit don't work now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even you know what's crazy? Even the niggas, like, people on my time, from my generation of you know, street shit, that shit don't even work in this time no more. So he came and he was still doing all the pressing and shit, going out there extorting folks and doing all that, bro. Like, that would have worked back in his time, yeah. Now, you feel me? My time, we still had the, you know, the honor among the streets, you know what I'm saying, in the sense of, like, you know, see, listen to your OGs, woo. That shit was still the case. You know what I'm talking about? Now? And I mean, I ain't nothing but, I'm past 30, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't nothing but that, you know what I mean? Past 30 type shit, you know what I mean? But, bro, now you try to do all that shit, bro, you gonna get cooked. These niggas don't give a fuck. They don't care about snitching. They don't care about nothing. And then, when we talking about police-wise, there's cameras everywhere. Phones got cameras. Cars got GPS. Nigga, you think you're turning off your phone and shit. The street thing got cameras, but there ain't nowhere for you to go. Like, there's nothing you can do right now. You think you're going to... The only thing, if you're going to commit a crime, now you better make sure it's worth it, because that's how you going to bond out with how much you made from that crime type shit. If they don't seize that joint. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like, I definitely think Big U cooked, bro. You know what I'm saying? Me, personally, I don't even smile at... I don't like all that idea of extorting people and shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can see the whole situation where they talking about the cannabis guy, the dude that was, whatever, you know, he got his own case or whatever. They say he's working. But, bro, when you press somebody so much, bro, like, bro, back in the day when you press people, you press them, you know, you press them a certain way, bro. You don't, because, bro, anybody, you can make an enemy, bro. The scariest person is the first person that's gonna stab you, bro. It's not the toughest guy that's gonna stab you first. It's the scariest person, because at some point, bro, they're gonna break and their mind is they're just gonna be willing to die over there. You know what I'm saying? So he pushed that man way too far. You know what I mean? To the point where, bro, ain't had no more money. He had to go into the feds and getting fed money and giving, bro, that man cooked. He got fed money on his, bro, come on, bro. Like that, like there's no, I don't see how this is gonna go good for, bro. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Maybe technically, you know, they do, like, if you got a good lawyer that's gonna find the technical issues in between. But, bro, if we being realistic, bro, you were doing the shit in the, you brought them 80s shit over here to the 2020s, bro. It's over with. It's over. And he's old, you know what I mean? I mean, he might as well, he's an OG, right? So, you know, he might as well just sit down behind there. There's a lot of homies, you know, I'm pretty sure he went back to chill with his homies that's been, you know, there, you know what I mean? So, he probably got pulled over there. I mean, he should be used to that life, because this is my thing, bro. If you go to jail or prison and you come out and you still going back to doing the same shit you gonna do, and you using the excuse of, man, the system putting me down, nigga, clearly you really want to go back there. Because if you really don't want to go back there, you gonna do everything you can to stay the fuck away from back there. I keep using Bobby Shmurda as an example, bro. That man showed us he was loyal, he was, you know what I'm saying, he was all on his shit. After he got back, you see that nigga, he is not fucking with no gang shit. Out there twisting his, winding his ways, doing his thing, making his song. Yeah, bro, ain't nobody got time, bro. And can't nobody feel sorry for, bro. Man, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Let's get to another. Let's see another thing, man. Low budget reactions, man. You know what I'm talking about? It's your boy Almighty, man. Got a positive vibes. You know what I'm saying? On Bro Talk Live. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Low budget reaction. Low budget because, you know, we doing it for the you know, for the individuals that watch from their phone type shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. All right, let's see what else, man. What else is on here, man? What else is on here? What else we got? What else we got? Sheesh. What else we got? Tay-K. Look at this. The Tay-K one. I reacted to this a little bit too. Let me see if I can move this.
All right, let's do Tay-K. Tay-K was this Tay-K trial has started, man. It's so sad. I was on Twitter today. I don't know if I could find the tweet, but someone. Actually, I could just look it up right now. I won't find the tweet, but I'll find the image they used. Tay-K, let's just do.
Yeah, let's try to bend this shit in a way we can see them out. You feel me?
I love this video. He was just like stacking. Alright, is it this up? Damn, it's been so long. Those
like that.
videos used to pop up a lot.
He be
now,
like
all
that.
the videos of him are in court,
Hold up.
jail.
Yeah, that shit over with for bro, man.
Okay, yeah.
Bro, it's been a long time. I ain't seen niggas stack in a while, bro. Like, real talk. That was on me.
This is
Niggas,
Tay-K that we remember.
I ain't seen niggas stack in a minute, though. That boy don't growing up in jail, bro.
These days,
Don't got a whole life in jail, bro.
if we get a look at Tay-K, I think we do for a second. This is Tay-K now. The story of Tay-K is so sad to me. He spent his entire life in the prison system and going back and forth to court.
That's the price of crime, bro. Niggas, that's what they say. You know what you. That's what you get into when you decide to do it, right?
And act like someone who allegedly or was convicted of these murders and is openly bragging about it, like, oh, they should just be free because we like their music.
Hell
So I'm not saying he don't deserve it,
Fuck.
but there is something quite sad about someone who, again,
Early in his life.
all back and forth to court. He's already serving essentially a life sentence. He has 55 years. He has 55 years. How old is Tay-K right now? Let's go look it up.
55 years is crazy.
Tay-K-H. He's 24.
55 is crazy.
Let's just say 50 years. He'll be 74. The life expectancy of someone who is in the prison system isn't that high.
55 years is crazy, though.
A 55-year sentence almost is like a life sentence. Now I get it. There's parole.
55 is crazy, bro. Fuck all that.
Possibly he
Forget
can
that.
fight it, get it overturned.
Pardon my French.
Pardon. We know there's many different ways that you can still work the legal system to try to get up off or get under this sentence that they impose on you. I'm just telling you how sad this is. His entire life. And you gotta remember this too. This ain't voluntary. He can't be like, man, I'm lazy today, man. I don't want to go to court, man. Leave me my soul, bro. You're dragging it back and forth.
That's how it be, man. You want to be a criminal? That's right. That's what you get for wanting to be a criminal, bro.
I wouldn't be surprised if his family don't show up to every hearing.
That's why they be telling you. They be telling you to stop doing crime because y'all don't want to hear it. Stop doing crime.
Then they might do appeals. Then they might do. They gotta go through sentence, and if he gets found guilty, there's a lot of things to be done. And we have to acknowledge how sad it is. We're watching a young man that we love his music. I was bumping on my story. He's showing me a gun collector. That's it. I bought a few weapons. Now I put a Tay-K song over it. And I was like, damn, Tay-K makes good music. But we're watching this guy live his entire life
Yeah, in bars.
behind a glass,
Yep.
fuzzy pictures of people with him on the phone, the screen, or watching him in court. Just kind of go through the motions because how optimistic could you be when you already got life?
Basically.
Now, to be clear, let me explain what's going on. So he got found guilty for the first murder. Tay-K was charged with multiple murders. This next case, so the first case he got found guilty on, he was one of the only people that didn't take a plea. He thought, well, if I take a plea, the plea deals were like 15 years they were giving out. And he was probably thinking, I want to be an artist. Like, I'm hoping to get through this. Hopefully, I'm going to beat the case. That's what colloquially everybody keeps saying about,
So you don't.
the case, right? Taking a trial. Well, the case was this. Tay-K and his peoples go to rob somebody. Okay? person who was robbing the person pulled the trigger, killed the person. There were multiple people involved in this setup. Women, of course. Close that back door. Don't get snaked by a thought. Those women all testified. They all took plea deals. And they all testified. Tay-K and I think his legal team thought, you know, it's one of those things, yo, I planned the robbery. I didn't tell him to kill a nigga. I didn't plan the murder. But the way how the law works in most places, especially in Texas, well, if you plan crime A and it turned into crime B, C, D, and E, you planned the whole thing, nigga. And that's what happened, right? So not only was the people testifying against him, he got found guilty for that murder. He's doing 55 years. But he has another murder. Now during this turned up time of fuck a beat, I ain't trying to beat a case. I ain't beat the case, nigga. I did a race, all that type of stuff. Tay-K was up in one of my favorite restaurants, parking lot, Chick-fil-A.
Oh shit.
And while living that young, gun-toting, crazy life, there was a cameraman, and let me be very clear, not a cameraman, because it was a boy. They all were underage. And they were supposed to shoot a music video. I don't know what exactly happened, how it went left, or maybe it was never supposed to be that. Tay-K and his people tried to take the man's camera equipment. The dude was not trying to give his shit up. He hopped on the windshield of the vehicle in the parking lot of Chick-fil-A. Now, this is a trial he's in now, and this is why it's, you know, they treated the dude like he was a gnat. You know, you ever see someone hit your windscreen and you turn on the thing to get the wipers to wipe it off? Well, they ain't do it like that. Tay-K pulled out his magic wand, his gun, reached outside the window, and shot the dude. Dude rolled off the hood of the car, and he bled out in the parking lot.
Can you imagine, bro? How
video is actually caught.
Stupid.
Or the purported video. We believe this is real. Tay-K Chick-fil-A.
That's crazy, yo.
Let's see if we find the video. Surveil, here we go. Here we go. Here we go, people. This was the car speeding away. See, something looks like there's some disturbance on the windshield here, but they sped away after the dude was shot and bleeding out. To be very clear,
That shit over with though, bro.
Young man.
Sad as a mom.
Already on the run for another murder. But it was actually, the dude was on there, sorry. It was 23-year-old Anthony Saldivar. Okay? That's the person who died.
That's crazy.
So that's what Tay-K's in trial for now. Day one started off hot. I probably could find that. And there's people testifying left and right. The thing about murder, we keep hearing everybody saying they in the streets, this is this, that, and the third. The reality, is all that no snitching shit sounds a lot better when you're free and not inside.
That's how I bro. I tell you, niggas that came up with that rule broke that rule. La Cross Nostra. I'm talking about like the gang, like the original mafia. How many of them?
We're not gonna
You see the big names be telling.
And the car was stopping and going.
Not all of them,
very
though.
Short succession, just quick, and so it was like bouncing. And then, at first I didn't think anything of it. We just giggled. The Spurs game, there was a Spurs game happening. Fiesta was just winding up, so I just thought it was, somebody having a good time. We didn't think anything of it until I noticed that the car was stopped, but it was bouncing. And so I looked closer, and I told my husband, I said, I don't think they're kidding anymore. Looks like they're beating up the guy in the middle of the back seat. And so, being nosy, I just stood there watching, and I just couldn't, we really just couldn't really understand what was happening until the door swung open, and somebody was yelling, help me. And then the door would slam, and then the door would open again, and you would hear them screaming. And then I heard, don't shoot him here.
Objection, hearsay, confrontation. All right, if you lay the foundation. You know what type of nigga you gotta be to kill a man at Chick-fil-A.
That's serious stuff.
Chick-fil-A got the nicest.
It's supposed to be a Christian spot too, right?
They got their workers outside. They don't even keep them inside. They got them outside with an iPad. What you want? Chick-fil-A sauce with that?
I can know how to make things funny, bro.
Well, Judge, I think
the player 001, thank you for your donation. Let me read what you just said. Appreciate you. What you just said.
Hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, man, and like this. You know what I mean? I think the like is on this side. It's up on this side somewhere. You gotta hit the 3 buttons up there, and smash that like button, y'all.
He said, "Is there a meet and greet for the
low
birthday
budget?
event?
It's all low budget
Been
right
watching
now."
you since I was 12. I'm 22 now. Shit is crazy. We just approved for a few more meet and greets to be put up because so many people are asking for those. The first set of meet and greets sold out immediately. We're putting up more meet and greets. I think it should be up tomorrow, something like that. But I appreciate you. All right. I'm very fortunate that you've been watching me for 10 years. It's like, damn, I've watched you.
10 years is crazy though.
Growing up with me. Thank you.
But time be flying too.
Let's get back to this for a second.
Okay, and so when you heard that statement that you just said, without repeating it, what was the demeanor of the people that were inside of the car? They were still hitting him. Okay, and so was it like a high stress situation? Yes. Okay, you described it as chaotic? Yes. Okay, and so then what did you hear? I heard that, and it frightened me because when I looked closer, I noticed that the passenger in the front, who was wearing a white shirt, was holding a gun, and that's when we backed up a little bit. We took a couple of steps.
That seems like that would be Tay-K.
Back.
Progress from that issue to what's been visually observed. I just renew my objection. If they're abandoning trying to lay the foundation, I'd ask for instructions since already answer was given.
That was the same. You're going to disregard what was said.
The person in the front seat that was holding the gun.
Okay, and you said what color shirt was that person wearing?
He was wearing a white t-shirt.
Okay, and
hey, I ain't gonna lie. This case ain't gonna turn out too good.
Bruh, hell no.
Somebody remember,
it's over with.
When did this incident happen?
It's over with. It was that chaos. It was that.
2017.
It stood out in her memory that much that she remember all that. Yeah, it's over with.
Said, let me think.
No, she remembered. And that's just a bystander watching this shit.
Saying it. Yo, he was wearing a white t-shirt. That's 8 years ago. Just have to remember, the witnesses are definitely going to be the people who really tell this tale.
Facts.
You had previously described this person as a Hispanic male, is that correct?
Yes, but again, the car was just moving, it was bouncing, so everybody just looked brown to me.
Okay, and so when you described that front passenger seat, I guess as far as the person that was in the front passenger seat skin tone, would you be able to describe their skin tone and their tone of hair?
Yes, they were
it seemed to me, if I said they were Hispanic, it was like they were darker, a little bit darker, and they had dark cropped hair. Okay. Well, sitting, it's like I did have a hand.
All right, we're not gonna watch this whole thing.
Oh no, I ain't about trying to watch the whole
This
thing.
was, I believe, day 2. Day 1.
Damn, that boy Tay-K cooked, Slime. He cooked.
Robbed of his passion and fatally shot for fighting to get it back. That's how the prosecution describes what happened to Mark Anthony Saldivar back in April of 2017.
It is what we heard on the first
R.I.P.
day
to
of the
the
murder
kid,
trial
though.
for Texas rapper Tay-K. His real...
I might be wrong, Chad, but every time I look in Tay-K's face, I see regret, man.
Nigga, I don't see shit. I'm sorry, I really don't see shit. I've seen multiple pictures. That nigga don't look like he regrets shit. I'm sorry.
When he was accused of killing
Maybe he just got a staunch ass face.
Hernandez covering this for us, and she joins us now from the Bexar
I
County
bet you he
Justice
regrets
Center.
shit
So,
though, but
Erica, how
he just
did each
doesn't look
side
like he
lay
do.
out their case here on day 1?
Yeah, Myra, so for the state, they say Mark Anthony Saldivar was allegedly attacked by Tamor McIntyre and his friends as they were trying to steal his photography gear. But the defense says that there will be key eyewitness testimony that will be inconsistent and that they have evidence that will dispute the state's entire case.
Not guilty, Your Honor.
It's been more than 7 years since Tamor McIntyre was arrested and later charged with the capital murder of 20-year-old Mark Anthony Saldivar. Saldivar fatally shot in a Chick-fil-A parking lot right across from North Star Mall after allegedly having his camera equipment stolen.
He was an up-and-coming rapper that contacted Mark about this photo shoot.
Prosecutor Jason Garahan says inside the vehicle with McIntyre were 3 other people, and at some point they demanded Saldivar's backpack.
This man right over here pulled out a gun and turned around and started hitting with fist and also with the gun, telling him, "Give me your stuff, give me your stuff."
Saldivar, Garahan says, was able to get out of the vehicle and got on top of the car asking for his backpack. That is when he says McIntyre got out.
You'll see that passenger door open up.
Princess Reality, what's up with you, girl?
The front passenger door open up. Where this man over here was sitting with that gun. He leans out. He shoots Mark through the shoulder.
The defense says all the people in the vehicle will testify about what happened, but their testimony is not consistent, and there was never any evidence Saldivar even had camera equipment with him.
You'll hear testimony from one of the cooperating co-defendants, one of the accomplices, that the photo shoot that he just described had been called off, and that they were just giving this guy a ride. There's no camera recovery in this case.
The defense even implying they have ballistic evidence that doesn't match what the state has.
There's conflicting evidence. It's worth the wait.
Can you imagine being the parents of the kid and hearing that bullshit? Damn.
Is still ongoing right now. You can.
Okay.
You be hot.
Essentially, those are opening statements. His side is saying, "Yo." They're not saying he was in the car. It seems like they're taking the strategy of, hold on, I don't think there is a case to say beyond a reasonable doubt Tay-K killed this guy. Oh, if y'all
Good luck with that.
He came to get robbed.
Good freaking luck with that.
They got into it and he was getting robbed. Well, is that necessarily true? How could that be true when there was a scheduled video shoot that was called off? How was he robbed for a camera? No camera was ever found. So they're trying to muddy the waters here, but and of course the jury is instructed to not think about or not be biased to the fact that he's already convicted of another murder.
Good luck with that.
Look at this case in isolation. However, you heard what the defense attorney said. There's a couple niggas who was with Tay-K in this case that is testifying against him. His friends, they've taken plea. He's the one that's, for whatever reason, he's taking it all to trial. Both cases. He lost the first one. We'll see what happens with this one. Very sad situation. If you guys do want more information on it,
Man, bro just wasted his life is what it sounds like to me, bro.
please just let me know. I'll get more into it, but I'm not trying to do a whole hour-long thing on Tay-K and the this murder case when it happened in 2017. We've covered a lot, and I think you guys get the gist, okay?
The gist is bro wasted his life, and if you out here banging, doing all the street shit, you really out here doing your shit trying to murk people, you gonna see the same shit because the world has changed, my nigga. Facts. So y'all better advise all your homies that be out here doing stupid shit, bro, because they gonna see similar things.
Chief Bexar County
They
medical
young.
examiner wrapped up the first week in the trial of Texas rapper Tay-K. Tamor McIntyre is accused of killing photographer Mark Anthony Saldivar in a Chick-fil-A parking lot across from North Star Mall back in 2017. Erica Hernandez shows us how there's been conflicting testimony this week. Plus, we take a look at what we can expect next week.
He leans out. He shoots Mark through the shoulder.
On Tuesday, the state came out swinging, saying they had enough
Through the
evidence
shoulder.
to prove Tamor McIntyre was the one who pulled the trigger and shot 20-year-old Mark Saldivar. This after they say McIntyre and 3 others tried to rob Saldivar of his photography gear. The testimony this week in the high-profile trial hasn't been so clear. Several people who witnessed the fight inside a vehicle or the actual shooting weren't consistent about the identity of the shooter. Some testifying that it was a Hispanic man and others a black man.
Okay. Now this is interesting. And I understand. So these are people who weren't in the car. These are people who are looking at the car, right? I think what's really going to matter is the people who are in the car, if they're testifying, right?
About clear. Several people who witnessed the fight inside a vehicle or the actual shooting weren't consistent about the identity of the shooter. Some testifying that it was a Hispanic man.
Yeah, that's what she was saying. She said it looked like it was someone who could be consistent with being Hispanic. Who definitely had a short haircut though.
And others a black man. The jury also viewed surveillance footage of the shooting and moments after as the vehicle was abandoned, but nothing has been clear enough to show that Tamor McIntyre was in fact the shooter. On Friday, the jury did hear from the medical examiner who explained how one gunshot wound to the shoulder killed Saldivar.
The bullet would have to go through the chest, which would mean the possibility of hitting the lungs. So the left lung, the right lung,
Damn.
the heart.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, how did he die from that shit?
McIntyre have yet to take the stand. That is expected next week. Also next week, the jury could deliberate. If they do find McIntyre guilty, he would automatically be sentenced to life in prison. At the Akademiks Justice Center, Erica Hernandez, KSAT 12 News.
Okay. We'll see how this goes, Chad. Again, if you guys do want to watch, me, I'm like a stick.
Man, this whole Tay-K case, bro, is a clear indication how these young niggas, YNs, is gonna be ending up, bro. If you on that YN, I'm trying to murk things. I'm the baddest, biggest. Okay, 2 ways for you, my boy. Under the ground, or in forced slavery, bro. So stop doing crime, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, it's been low budget reactions, man. You know what I'm saying? With your boy Almighty, the God of positive vibes, man. On Bruh Talk. You know what I'm saying? Part of the Almighty Collective, the land of positivity where empathy reigns, bruh. I'm about to sign out this mug, man. I done clocked an hour and 8. You know what I'm saying? I decided I'm just going to, I want to do a live, like the vertical live, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't done one of these in so long. But later on tonight, of course, at give or take within 6 to 9 p.m. PST, you know what I'm saying? Tap in for our usual Bruh Talk Live where we're going to do trending topics, but from, with the computer, not with the phone. But anyway, appreciate y'all, man. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Stay blessed out there. Stay peaceful, man. Don't go out there doing no dumb shit, man. From the God of positive vibes, Bruh Talk, the Almighty Collective. Stay mighty because we almighty.